No, happiness only.
Well, they heard that. What's going on, guys? It's Nathan. So welcome to Hyperspace Hype, episode number 30. Big little milestone for us personally, and I would have had a very special presentation for you, but technology is trash. So look forward to next week where we will debut our brand new logo. Oh, I'm so sad. But, other people that aren't sad are joining us today, like Carson.
What's going on, guys? I'm happy because I'm streaming with my Star Wars wall. It's not my usual bland setup, so I look like I'm actually prepared for an episode. And I was 5 minutes early, so I don't know what's going on today. But I can't wait to talk about the Cassian news and dig deep into all of the canon implications of Lego Star Wars: The Holiday Special and everything in between. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Also joining us, we got Evan.
Yeah, we asked for last week some news on the Lego Skywalker saga, and they gave us a Lego Holiday Special instead. So I guess that's close enough. I'm very excited. Had a pretty good day today, so I'm pumped to talk some Star Wars, some Cassian.
Suffering.
Wow.
No, but for all seriousness, hey, look at that! Our boy Preston made it.
Hey, what's up, Preston?
Hey, Preston. He replied to my tweet, and I dared him to join, and he joined.
You tripled
a man of honor. A man of honor.
Nice.
Love to see it. Just to kick off with today's show, I'm hell-bent on pronouncing correctly names.
Oh yeah, good luck with this. Yeah.
No, I think I can get it. I also have a J in my last name. So it looks like Adria Arjona, I believe, is how it might be pronounced.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Has landed a leading role in the Cassian Andor Disney Plus series, which is really cool. I have not seen her in much, but I did see her in the Amazon original Good Omens, which I really enjoyed, and I really like her character in that. So I'm intrigued to see what she'll bring to the Star Wars universe. But what do you guys think about this casting?
Surprising, first of all, especially because there's a report earlier going around that Cassian's going to start filming soon. And I was surprised because this is a late addition. I mean, granted, this is a late announcement. She probably has been added to the cast like a long time ago.
We're just so used to scoops, man.
Exactly. Yeah, we're just so used to like knowing a lot of things beforehand. So she was probably added to the cast a long time ago. Filming starts soon. And this is like first filming, right? This isn't reshoots, right? So
no, first filming, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I guess she's right on time. It's very surprising. I didn't suspect this kind of character joining the fray. Off the bat, she, I don't know. Like in my head, I'm thinking of this Han and Kira type relationship going on here for this possible new character that we know nothing about.
That's my immediate thought.
I was going through Twitter and I'm not because somebody threw into my brain that maybe he's playing a relative, like a sister or something.
That's also very possible.
Also. Yeah. But if it does go the Han and Kira route, I would love, it's kind of an opposite Han and Kira relationship in the sense that, as the stakes of the rebellion get higher, maybe their relationship kind of gets strained and they had to give it up, or I would love something where I don't know if she's gonna die in the series, but I think it would be a really powerful thing for Cassian to have to it would make that scene in Rogue One of where he's talking to Jin. Of course, the thing we all meme. I've been in this fight for 6 years old. I think we're gonna get some context to those stakes to everything he's endured, whether it's be loss or having to give up love for somebody, or I think it'd be super interesting.
I want to disagree with that slightly. There's this big hero trope where the male character has a dark past and his favorite female character dies, and then that gives him some growth. I'm I really don't want her to die.
I don't think she has to die.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that happening. That's a fear of mine. I think
it would be even more fascinating if she left the rebellion. It wasn't even she died. I would love it if she was I can't fight this anymore. This is getting too, amped up. We were just underground fighters, getting our small victories, but now this is something else. Kind of like that.
Love that.
I wonder if she was also maybe a fellow separatist.
Ooh, true.
Also a good angle, yeah.
Interesting. More Preston.
Oh yeah, good point, Preston. Yeah.
Good point.
The man
Preston,
is
the scoop guy, the news guy.
the scoop guy that only tells you that there are scoops, but he won't tell you
but Carson and I like that idea a lot of her like being with the rebellion, and we know like from the beginning of Rogue One, right from the beginning, we know Cassian is a dark character. You kind of have to be at this point in the rebellion. So I can see her being like, you know what, this is too much for me, and she joins like another gang, or she goes off in the galaxy somewhere. Ooh, I really like that a lot because I really can see her dying to give emphasis to her or to Cassian's line in Rogue One. Like, I've had a lot of death and sacrifice in my past. I'm like, that's so very much cliche, like in a hero journey. I'm like,
I hope we get more out of Cassian. From the sense of the stuff that Chirrut said to him in Rogue One, just based off like, there's more than one type of cage. I sense you carry yours wherever you go. Ooh. Or just the shroud of darkness sensing around creature it's about to kill, stuff like that.
Well, I totally forgot about those lines.
Oh, dude, they're so good. I love Chirrut. That's why I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I only saw Rogue One twice. Like I saw it in theaters, and then I haven't rewatched it on
your life
streaming. In my life, yeah.
Yeah, he's not the biggest Rogue One fan.
Not the biggest Rogue One fan. I do like Cassian. I do like.
I don't think he likes war films, man.
I love war films.
It's the most war film of Star Wars, and he's just like,
It's the most boring one too. Hey-o.
Oh, come on now, get past that first act
and the second.
I don't know, man. I'm a man of aesthetics, so I'm fine.
But yeah, I'm. You guys know though, I'm super hyped for this series. I'm possibly more hyped for this than the Kenobi one, just in terms of like the people behind it, and I love Cassian as a character. And there's like a lot of opportunities for some very cool cameos. Not on the way like Mandalorian cameos, like Ahsoka and everybody else, but this one can have a lot of like Bail. We got Mon Mothma coming in the mix.
Well, yeah, they're main cast. They're confirmed for main cast. So
exactly, yeah,
that's awesome.
I like the political, dramatic side of it that we're hopefully gonna get. I'm just like wishing we get that kind of vibe from it.
We have to, right? Because that's half the part of the rise of the rebellion is kind of planting those seeds and understanding how the Senate and everything plays into getting the skirmishes around and just like playing it's like a chess game essentially. It's cliche to say, but like I hope we get that kind of feel as well as the action and kind of Star Wars that we're used to. I don't know. Yeah, I'm with Evan though. I think I'm every kind of casting announcement or just the fact that it's rumored to start shooting later this year, it's starting to feel more tangible, perhaps than Kenobi, and it's going to start shooting. Hopefully, this will be the first show that we see that isn't The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. So I am super excited. Absolutely,
I'm definitely intrigued to see where everything is going to go. In the last minute, I like to turn off my camera too. I fell into how you'd be in school and then this littlest thing will make you laugh and then you just can't stop laughing.
Of course.
Yeah. I just got stuck with that and I was like, oh my God, stop. Oh God.
I saw the actress was also in Six Underground.
Yes.
I watched 6 minutes of that film and I stopped watching.
6 minutes too much. I watched 20 minutes. The opening sequence never ends. It is a 25-minute opening sequence.
Which is why I had to stop it. Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, it's what you would expect from Michael Bay. But at the end of that sequence, this dude grinds down a rail on a skateboard and then shoots a grenade launcher into a car, and the actual physical grenade breaks this guy's nose before it explodes, and then it blows up.
And then Ryan Reynolds is
going on in this movie?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds doing his Deadpool thing. I'm like, I'm just talking during the action, making jokes.
You know who's in it? Is James Franco's in it too, and he dies in the first
He's in it? I forgot about that.
Huh. One of the Francos is. He's in it. He's in the car. Guy? He's the driver, I thought.
He's a driver, okay.
Yeah, and he gets pierced by a pole. I'm pretty sure, in Baby Driver, when that one guy gets pierced by
in 600.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it
Six
was
Underground.
Dave
Or-
Franco. It's his brother.
Dave, yeah. You said James, but I knew you meant Dave.
Yeah, sorry, I get it mixed up.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
me
kind of I'm looking through her stuff. Apparently, she was also in Triple Frontier, which I might remember.
Yes, and I remember her from that more so
I
than I
did see
remember
that.
her
Who
from.
was she in that?
Wasn't she?
Was she the wife of Oscar Isaac?
Yeah, I think she might have been.
maybe.
Ben Affleck's wife, maybe? I think she's
also-
Ben Affleck's wife.
I also see her. She's going to be in Morbius coming up.
Oh, great. Another
Yeah, that's her
Oscar winning movie over there.
That's her next big movie role. Yeah, is more.
We're all just like, ooh, yes, more good for Morbius. But at the same time, it's like, oh, it's Morbius.
It's crazy how we talk about Morbius 2 episodes in a row with Hyperspace Hype and Michael McKee with Jared Leto.
we're gonna have to start the Morbius Venom cast.
But yeah, I'm excited for her. I think she can. I'm excited to see her acting ability in Cassian because I haven't seen much of her.
She's also in Pacific Rim Uprising. Okay, I haven't seen that.
I have seen that. Jeez,
Really?
who's seen that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm
Oh,
curious
let me
to
look
see
her
it.
up.
Yeah, I'm looking her up right now too. She is.
How do you spell her name again?
She's Jules Reyes in Pacific Rim Uprising. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
Oh,
Okay.
was she like his main like girl? Yeah, she was. She was the main female.
Yeah, and
I
she's
know.
also in the Belko Experiment. I didn't know that.
Okay, so I do remember her now. Belko Experiment, is that the James Gunn
the
movie?
James Gunn produced like The
uh,
Office, where it goes on lockdown, and then like they all had to like kill somebody within the hour, or 5 people die or something.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. I never saw the movie. How was it? Did you guys watch it? Anybody?
I haven't seen it.
I like
I
it.
just
I haven't
saw
seen
on
it, but I like
Reddit.
the concept.
It might be on HBO. But yeah, now I know who she is. Yeah, Jules Reyes from Pacific Rim Uprising. That's the one where I most remember her from. Because she was okay in that. Like everybody was pretty okay in that one. The movie was just bad.
She was really great in Good Omens when I was watching that. Like I really enjoyed the whole series of that. I don't know if you guys ever checked it out.
No, it's on my watch list. I've meant to watch it, but never had the time.
It's like a fantasy show, correct? It's like
It's a religious show with a lot of
Oh,
comedy. It's the end of the world apocalypse that they got to stop. She in it plays a witch, so that's fun.
okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. Yeah, she has like a pretty substantial enough role. She's one of the main leads, so she was really good. I really enjoyed her performance. Pretty funny, amusing, but also caring, acting. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes, and just like it's cool to get. I feel like you start to get a deeper sense of Cassian when you get like one of the main leads coming in, and you get to just speculate for that instead of just like what's Bail Organa gonna do in the interconnection,
Right, and especially because we don't know who the character is yet. I think it's the first or second casting announcement where it's like, oh, it's not just confirming a returning character that we know, because we had Diego Luna and Alan Tudyk from the start, and then we had Jimmy Smits and the what is the actress that plays Mon Mothma?
I cannot help you.
Genevieve O'Reilly.
Genevieve O'Reilly, yes.
Nice
Then
pool.
she was confirmed. I think one other person was. I can't remember. Wasn't who are we missing? It's he's
Our
from Chernobyl. He's from Chernobyl.
Speculating Leia.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
Stellan Skarsgård?
Stellan Skarsgård's in this.
Whoa, he is in
wait,
this.
what?
He is in this cast.
Yeah.
I
Do you
forgot.
remember that casting announcement?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
It seems like so
Wow.
long ago.
That's substantial.
That is big. I totally forgot about that.
What is?
So now
He
we
has
have
to be a
two-
villain, right?
Right. So now we have 2 big casting announcements where I think it's either side of the spectrum. I think that was the big casting announcement on the Empire side, and I think this was the big casting announcement for, Rebels, the Rebellion side. So
I just like randomly popped in my head. Do you think we'll see the reprogramming of K2?
I think we have to.
right,
Yeah.
because that's what he immediately when he got him right. I can't remember how he refers to it in Rogue One. It's like, but yeah, because I love in one of my favorite parts of the when they're running around on Scarif is when you see, or we're supposed to see more of that scene actually. It's like when K2 it just cuts and then the door opens and K2 is like with his hand in the back of one of the same unit's head, and he's just like trying to find the how to get to the vault, and he's like, the probability there's like 83 stormtroopers.
I think we're making no more than like 20% of the way before
Yeah.
we're terminated.
Interesting.
good.
But yeah,
Sounds
there was a comic book about how K2SO and Cassian met, in a sense. Like we
Really?
saw the whole programming thing, but Star Wars Explained always said like it's not a good comic book issue. It's like one of those things where it's just one issue kind of thing.
Yeah. Gloss
Um,
over it. It won't
Gloss
matter.
over it. So yeah, if they just redo it for live action, this really won't matter at all. I think yeah, K2SO became like his droid around 6 years prior to Rogue One, which is where the series takes place. So
Good
perfect.
stuff. All right. Yeah, I'm excited for Cassian. Cannot wait. Moving on to hilarious news. Frankly, because this is like it's so engraved in Star Wars pop culture. The concept of the Star Wars holiday special is just so infamously ridiculous, and it's also been a great pull for new canon stuff in The Mandalorian, especially. So that's been great. But now it looks like we're going to be getting another holiday special. Not live action yet. I'm sure Favreau still wants to, but they're going to be doing in the style of their Lego comedy that they've done multiple times for a lot of different things, which are all really funny and enjoyable. Like they really are. Like a couple months ago back, I started watching a Droid Tales, which is just 3PO retelling new point of view stories of past canon after the Battle of Endor, and
Oh wow.
it's hilarious, and it's still Anthony Daniels, so I'm sure he'll be back for this because he does everything. But it's just like all their comedy and stuff is just it's super funny. It's very like borderline fourth wall parody at times. It would just like self-referential humor. So I'm intrigued to see where this is going to go. It's also interesting because I think it's essentially going to bridge like all eras into one for like interactions of different people. Like they released like a photo where there was like a standoff of like Mace Windu and some other Jedi against like some First Order troopers and Anakin. There was like
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
looking
literally
at it
like
now.
Anakin and child Anakin were across one another.
Did I see that? Really?
Yeah, I'm on the official StarWars.com article right now. And basically, it's like set after the events of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Rey leaves her friends to prepare for Life Day as she embarks on a new adventure with BB-8 to gain a deeper knowledge of the Force. At a mysterious Jedi temple, Rey finds herself hurled into a cross-timeline adventure through the beloved moments of Star Wars cinematic history, coming into contact with Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and other iconic heroes and villains from all 9 Skywalker saga films.
Whenever I hear something like this, I'm like, where's Kylo Ren? Where's Ben Solo?
I think they said there's going to be a dynamic between Palpatine, Vader, and Kylo.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
which
sounds
interesting enough, it's not in this original article, but I think I remember seeing that Twitter thread of
Yeah, there
one
was
of the creators.
there was actually there was a spark of drama, which maybe we should
funny. Ooh.
discuss. Yeah, I know. Over this, which is what's ridiculous about it. But there's going to be a sense. Rey is going to have an interaction with Luke, like original trilogy era Luke, who's like still younger, but it's seasoned Rey after the events of everything. So, and then like a lot of people started being up in arms as they are. Like especially in the sense like people are under the impression that Rey hates Luke Skywalker. I don't understand.
Her last line about Luke is like peace and purpose. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, like literally, even if you like stay for like to the end of Last Jedi for your full context of that, I don't get it.
I kind of see, because I remember like in the pre-Tross days, people used to always say like Luke, and because they didn't like, she argued with them for like the whole time. He dies, and then she says like, "Oh, peace and purpose."
Yeah, but he comes back. Like everything.
He does. Yeah, he does come back in Rise of Skywalker, and that's the thing though. He comes back in my opinion, bad scene from the Rise of Skywalker where he's just like lecturing to her. But I can kind of see where they're coming from, but I kind of disagree though. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I
and also, regardless of your opinion about it's a Lego holiday special. Chill out. You're not gonna get like canon bits of like,
it's not canon.
You in the future are gonna be an idiot, or like like it's not gonna be like intense, dramatic.
They might, but like it's not gonna be serious.
Right. And so that's where I'm like, I do not care about people arguing about this because it's just gonna be a funny,
Dude, it'll be so funny.
however long it's gonna be. It's just gonna be a funny like interaction between, again, characters from all 9 movies. It's gonna be a fun time of mashup of everything
Right,
that we know.
Like honestly, imagine
Mhm.
imagine post Rise of Skywalker Rey mixed with Tashi Station Luke. Like
Hilarious.
That'd be so funny. Even like the Force Awakens Rey with Tashi Station Luke. That like we always talked about how people used to always compare A New Hope Luke to Force Awakens Rey. I'm like Rey from the Force Awakens is much more seasoned than Tashi
Yeah.
Station like Luke from A New Hope because
Luke had a family, man. Like
yeah, Luke had a
Luke was
family.
sheltered.
He was
Ray,
sheltered.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Rey was like fighting off like aliens all the time, scavengers all the time.
Luke had
How she
easy
fights.
access to blue milk, whereas Rey had to like do a mixture of bread. Like
so yeah, I think that would be a fun interaction. Do you guys have that thread? I never even heard of that thread.
Yeah, no, I saw screenshots going around yesterday. I had to dig into it, but
Okay.
I think I was seeing them in the context of people angry, and I was just like, oh,
yeah. And then so this holiday special comes out on November 17th on Disney Plus. So I guess my next question is, the game's got to come out in and around this. It makes no sense. It would have to, right?
I think it would be like
Lego special is holiday. Like, I mean,
ooh. When does Cyberpunk come out? Because that's some competition.
Well, didn't that get pushed to April or something?
No.
Okay.
November 19th is Cyberpunk. So
That's this year?
Yeah.
Okay. I really thought they got pushed it. All right.
I think you're thinking of Halo.
I don't think of Halo personally.
Oh.
No, this is fine. But with this, I kind of probably stick to my theory that it's going to come out around Christmas time for a release.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the context of it dropping like November. Maybe it could even drop for like Black Friday. Because it would be like right on the cusp of that release as well.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it still. Well, I was about to say I wouldn't be surprised if it still makes that rumored, way back when October date.
I can't see it now, right? With Squadrons coming out a week or two
When did
after.
Squadron come out?
Mid-October, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Then it's got It's got to be. It's probably going to be the first week in December. That's my prediction.
That's a
2
great
weeks.
prediction.
2 weeks after the holiday special comes out, you'll have the big Lego. Because we would have had a gameplay trailer by now.
Yeah, and just in the sense that like they're going to be like crossing over every era, I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I just think even now we should have had a trailer for it. Most big games have trailers. This by now, yeah.
And we've had teasers for it that have been, a year and a half to a year away from its, October date of initially when it was supposed to come out.
Could you imagine just like randomly, like because like they had him in the recording booth for Tross, like we just like Hayden does voice for this.
Oh my god! And you just get to the end of the game and you're like, hold up, you go in through the credit.
No, not just the game. I mean the holiday special.
Oh my god.
Like what a concept. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm really happy that they're keeping like holiday special elements like Life Day itself. I love that. Yeah, because also Life Day is actual canon in the Mandalorian. So that's
awesome. I'm looking at the photo right now. It's funny seeing like a half cut Darth Maul. I don't know if you guys already saw that. Yeah. Like Darth Maul's in there, but he's half cut, so he's like only his top side is like facing off against 3 versions of Obi-Wan, it seems like here.
Yeah, literally, I saw. I was like looking on the left. I was like, that is literally every Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
like, I know minifigures, so I was like, oh.
You have Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and I think Phantom Menace Obi-Wan there. That's very funny.
So crazy.
But yeah, I'm excited.
We had to have interaction where they all come up to each other and say hello there. It just has to happen.
Hello there, like all talking at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dude, I would die. Like there's there's like a TikTok sound of that uses like a bunch of different screams by Adam Driver from his different roles of just like different like point of view of like situations. And I was just thinking like how hilarious did they just like use that for a soundbite for Kylo at some point, just like this sucks. Like, oh, that'd be
I can't wait for both of these Lego things. Like it feels like it's been, even though since like the last Lego thing was really, I don't. When did Freemaker Adventures end? I never watched that, but
I think probably like around the same time as Rebels or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
But really, it's been since Force Awakens Lego, which is crazy. It's like I'm so excited to just play Last Jedi in Lego. Like it's been so long.
I kind of want to
like,
jump right into Lego Last Jedi when I get
right.
there.
I'm going to door 8. I'm going right
door
there.
8. No. You got to play the first mission of episode 1, and then you.
No.
Oh god.
I will not be on the rooftop again with the little grappling hook trying to get Natalie Portman up the stupid thing, and then
you got to turn the child and crawl through a door. Like
yeah.
And the window would the window would like glitch, and you're like on the flower pot, and you can't like get into.
And you're like spinning.
Use Jar Jar to double jump. Play.
Oh man, yeah. Only Jar Jar could double jump. Oh, yeah.
That's the only way they got people to play Jar Jar probably at the time.
Basically,
yeah. You got to get the collectibles, man.
But yeah, there's so many funny interactions that we could see here, guys. Like the whole Kylo, Vader, and Palpatine thing seems very funny to me. Hopefully, we get a Kylo and Anakin one. I know it's not serious, but. Yeah. Kylo and Anakin thing would be very fun to see.
I can see that.
You know what? Now that you bring up Jar Jar, I would love a wholesome moment between Rey and Jar Jar because Rey would just have Rey would just treat him so well. He'd just be like,
we can get Ahmed Best. He's in the family.
Yes, they totally would.
Oh, by the way, are these original voice actors coming back?
I don't know. I imagine some of them won't be because a lot of the Lego Tales aren't. I mean, granted, you're not going to get Harrison Ford for this, but.
Like we can see the person that did Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars. What's his name?
James Arnold Taylor.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, because I can imagine with like how much, like legit, a lot of the actors are Star Wars fans. They'd be like, "Oh my god, you're actually doing a holiday special thing?" Yeah, I'm down. Like,
let me see if it's in the article.
Like I could probably see Sam Witwer doing something.
It doesn't say who's in it, but it does say that the Advent calendar is dropping. September 1st, which is going to give us more details and special looks at the characters from as designed for the holiday special. So maybe we'll get like
I've seen the event calendar. So like they'll have like Poe in the Christmas sweater, stuff like that.
Yeah, so maybe
you'll probably see Vader in the Santa hat or something.
$40
for the event calendar.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're like mini builds too. So even though you're getting like 25 things, someday you're just like, here's a minifig, here's a tiny AT-AT.
No, Lego's like, do you want to go to the play zone? I'm like, I don't know what that is. I just want to see.
Are you on the Lego shop?
Yeah, because I clicked the link from the article. Oh wow, so the cover of it, as Nathan was saying, the Vader and the Christmas sweater. There's a Porg right next to Vader, which is hilarious. There's Poe in a sweater throwing a snowball at Rey. Or no, throwing a snowball at Vader.
Wow.
This is hilarious.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, if you just click on the link from the Star Wars Advent Calendar.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool though.
Yeah, I'm super hyped. There's a lot of just funny stuff and adventures. Like I remember like one of them, they were they actually had an actual like still photo of like live action Hayden in Attack of the Clones, and like a bunch of these girls were like chasing Vader, like they're fangirls for real, like trying to get to it. And then when they actually like revealed his face, they all ran away. Horror. Because it's Vader.
This is adorable. So there's this. I don't know if it's an alternate set or the back of the package, but it shows the Falcon with Christmas lights strung up all over it.
Aww.
And I think cool. Rey and Poe are like having cheers to hot chocolate.
Hey,
that's awesome. Yeah, I like that.
You love to see it.
And also they got the sticker book coming out, so let's go.
I had a sticker book back in like 2005, and like I would just like do the Revenge of the Sith stuff and Obi-Wan settings. Dude, they're bad though, because like I would just like peel them off and put new settings, but it's like they're stickers, so they're not gonna last long. They're gonna rip.
You're like, I will make a new scene. This is.
I literally like put Obi-Wan on Boga, the giant lizard horse, which was insanity because I put the leg sticks together and it's just like, no, you can't do that. You're
oh god,
you're too ambitious with stickers, Nathan.
But, I hope we see some Lego Padme stuff in here because she got gypped in the sequel trilogy. So I would love to see her in the Lego.
Guys, interesting tidbit here. The Lego Star Wars Holiday Sticker Book comes out October 20th. which I think was the original day that
That is the
game was supposed to come out.
You're exactly
Buy the
right.
sticker book, get exclusive character unlock.
Yeah, you're right. So October
That's
28th.
interesting.
Very interesting. That's the release date for the what? The sticker
book. Yep.
Oh, well, yeah. The rumor date was October 20th. So
I don't know, guys.
Carson's getting back onto the rumor train.
Here we go.
Yeah, like they're gonna. No, it's like we had it backwards. They're gonna drop the game to promote the holiday special.
Yeah, exactly,
you never know.
yeah.
We'll get to September. There's no Force Friday this year, but we're making one, and it's just like all Lego drops, and then they drop the huge gameplay trailer.
I'd be so happy. They're
First week of
dropping. There's a
September.
whole new wave of sets coming out right now. So I imagine there could be new promo in their instruction booklets or something.
But yeah. Any other characters you guys want to see in the Lego holiday special?
I mean,
they can't. Can they do everybody? I mean, there's a lot of characters.
I mean, if you can give me like Mando, that'd be fun.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
Just like Mando and Boba Fett, like it's season 2 preview.
I would love to see Ahsoka and Lego.
Absolutely, please give me like that whole. Give me non-live action characters.
Yeah, part of me thinks they're only going to do live action Lego.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it wouldn't be unheard of because they've made sets of them before for Rebels and Clone Wars.
They sure have, yeah. So I would hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's it's already staying animated in this sense, so anything's possible. Yeah, there's not too much more I can really offer, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be real fun. I hope there's a lot of nods to the OG holiday special, just like silliness.
Yeah, before we leave, like, do you guys have any moments that you like from the original holiday special?
That you like? Yeah.
I do like the Boba Fett animated bit that they do.
Oh, me too. That was the first iteration of the art style they used for Star Wars Droids, the animated series.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, starring 3PO and R2.
That very old animated series, right?
Yeah, where 3PO blinks.
Yeah. Ooh, man, that was creepy.
Yeah. I'll tell you what was creepy is Han's smushed face.
Oh man, it's so bad. Oh, it's disgusting. Yeah,
They just dragged him across the pavement. Like Luke looks fine. He's like bright-eyed, and Han just like
Han looks so like he looks like an alien. I'm like, is this Han? Yeah.
And it's so funny that like they got. Well, I mean, it kind of makes it because it was still like low level enough. They got James Earl Jones for Vader for that.
Oh yeah, Luke had like eyeliner, didn't he? In that
something.
He had a lot of makeup on or something. I think because he got into like a car crash or some kind of like accident.
Yeah, an Empire.
Yeah.
And so then
I think that's why they wrote in the Wampa scene.
Yeah.
Because he like wrapped around a pole.
Yeah.
I watched documentaries on it.
I'm kind of blanking on the holiday special stuff because I've definitely seen it before, but it's like that thing that I just like kind of found on YouTube, and I'm like, is this
so
real
much
Star Wars?
dialogue with zero subtitles?
And you're just on there, and you're like, is that Harrison Ford? Like you're just on there,
it is.
Like, it's crazy. Yeah. Carrie Fisher.
I need to revisit like with 21-year-old eyes now and kind of see
all of their space stuff was stock footage from A New Hope.
Oh man,
it's great. I mean, I genuinely like Carrie singing at the end. I think.
Mm-hmm. That's a good moment. And then you have Luke like just sitting there clapping, like it's just so weird.
Doing Lando and Jedi, just like
the Lando and Jedi is like. Harrison Ford's like, please get me the heck out of here. I love you, Carrie, but oh my god.
Harrison. I mean, when Harrison's on Kashyyyk, which is so crazy, that's the first iteration of Kashyyyk.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I know. Lucas wanted to do it back as far as like Return of the Jedi, but like he couldn't. So we scaled it down to Ewoks. But yeah, even when like Harrison is like on at Chewie's home on Kashyyyk, he's just like. Yeah, you're like family to me. Like he's just like so dead. He's like, I already want to die. Can you just bring me out the next one, man? Please, Captain. Please.
Oh man. Yeah, I watched that like fairly recently. I think I watched that for the first time in 2018. I want to say. I think that's when I first watched it. It's super
dragged out too.
Yeah, it's dragged out. It's very weird. Like it gets crazy, and I know like. we're getting Lego holiday special. I know Legos can get very crazy as well, as we saw from the preview image, but can they get crazier than like the creepy cooking thing that was going on in the early part of the
stir whip.
Oh, that's so creepy. I'm like, oh god. But
I mean, because even like Chewie's son got like this little control panel to build, and they go through the entire process of building this fictional non-existent control panel that no one can own and buy, but they lay out every step. It's like, why are we doing this? It's so crazy. There's a musical performance by Jefferson Starship, an actual band on Earth.
Wow, I totally forgot about that. Yeah,
but like they like badly like paint over their mics with like neon glow effects sticks. It's like, what is happening? It's so funny, dude.
It's glorious.
It's still like comical to like look back on and funny. And I even remember back when like this like second I got into a binge of like watching trailers last night because a couple days ago when we filmed My Cup of Tea and we were just like gushing about the Star Trek teaser, I was like,
you watched it, didn't you?
I did. I looked at the Star Trek trailers and I was like, God, I'm so hyped.
It's so good.
I watched like the teaser. I also watched the like first trailer and it was like cutting so fast. I was like, oh my God, this adventure. Like, but then I start watching like all the Star Wars trailers too, and I was just like, man, this is so good. I was also catching the Devil All the Time trailer. Finally,
delusions.
So good.
Delusions. It's so good. I mean, that's getting off topic, but like back to like I was watching the Star Wars trailer, and I watched the second Solo trailer, and like they had that quick scene where like Chewie like puts his head to another Wookiee. And everybody was speculating, like, is that Mala from the holiday special?
Yeah, everybody. Yeah,
and I wanted
it's a random Wookiee.
I wanted to believe it too. I was like, yes, dude, make it better, like, because that's cool. But even like in like the Tarkovsky, I think the 2D Clone Wars, there was a segment with Chewie, and he had a son there too. I was like, oh, that's cool. So
I totally forgot about that. Wow.
Yeah, man. Maybe someday in the future they do something like that. I mean, they very well could in this because it's just they have free reign. It's animated Lego. You know, to adhere to canon. Pablo's not in the room. They got it.
Or is he?
No, he is, and he's all about it.
We just see a blue butterfly start to fly in the frame. Oh my God!
If I see a butterfly, I will freak out.
I mean, they give us a premise of like Rey going to the Ancient Jedi Temple to learn more about the Force. I'm like, come on, this is every post-Tross fanfic ever. Like,
it's right there.
Oh, come on, give it to us.
I hope like Rey runs into Kylo because like at that point, being alive, he's like still on the dark side, and she's just like, stop it, get over here.
The map. I know you've seen it. He's on that phase of Kylo, and she's like,
"Oh my God, I really want her to just call him out on all of his like angsty BS."
You're just like mocking the line where it's like, "Take that off, Matt. Take that mask off. You don't need it."
I imagine they'll be like, they probably will like reference Maz being like, a good question for another time, and they'll be like, no, but really, how did you get it? Like,
we have all the time in the world now. Come on, Ma.
Yeah, I would love that.
It's just going to be like a garage sale, though.
And it wouldn't even be like the real answer. It would just be some complete parody of like Maz, like literally flying a ship under at the exact time, and like just falling through the hatch.
Oh, dude, it'll be so fun. But yeah, I'm super excited to see where things will go, and again, just like to touch real quick. I love that on Twitter, Ash Crosman is continuously sharing her interview clip of interviewing Favreau and him saying like, if Disney says so, and if you guys want it, man, we're gonna try for a live action holiday special. It's like, please, I beg you, it'd be so fun. But yeah, super excited. I believe just like in the last bit of news, Carson had brought up in chat that there's a new announcement for Alphabet Squadron.
Yes, the completing the trilogy. Let me pull up this news from today. Come on, where is it? Is it not on here? Maybe it was on what's the publisher's name? Alphabet.
But I remember seeing that cover with the
it was because they had Star Wars Book Club today and stuff. And
they're talking about Leia, Princess of Alderaan.
Yes,
which is a fantastic book. Everybody that's watching, people should read Leia, Princess of Alderaan.
Perfect.
It's one of the perfect books out there, in my opinion.
I will reiterate again my meeting of Claudia Gray to praise her for that book, and I'm just like stunned for words, and I'm just like, I like how
I
you
was
wrote
so
Leia.
I was so scared to talk to her. I was mumbling.
Me too.
Oh yeah, you like.
It was
I think you
bad.
were ahead of me first. You had the
Yeah.
Bloodline, and like it was Carson's book too that was getting signed, so he got 2 for 1. But
Okay, I found the article. So Star Wars Alphabet Squadron is going to conclude with the final one in the trilogy called Victory's Price. And it comes out, I believe, next April.
April sounds about it. That's a good release date for that.
So, yep, it's still by Alexander Freed.
Mhm.
So that's
Alexander Hamilton.
cool. Alexander Hamilton. But yeah, I need to read these novels because I've heard great things about these.
I've heard
and-
great things, but like, I'm not a huge pilot person.
Right.
I heard the first one's kind of slow. Like I like Alexander Freed's, what was it called? Star Wars Battlefront novel that he did. Like it went alongside the Battlefront 2015 game.
Oh yeah, wasn't it just called Battlefront?
It was just called Battlefront, yeah. And I liked it for the most part. Again, it was very slow. There were some different perspectives I just wasn't latching on to. But by the end, when I got to know all the characters, it kind of flowed into one like really solid narrative. And there's this one excellent scene where Vader goes to Hoth in Empire Strikes Back, but it's from the perspective of some of the soldiers. And it is freaking excellent. Like Vader's chopping people down using the Force. They're like, what is the Force? Like, oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I need to. I love I like Vader stories and publications and point of views.
Like, Vader stories that aren't from Vader.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds like this is kind of it's like something where Star Destroyers and TIE squadrons lurk in the darkness and they're trying to like there's like this shadow of some fighter guy that's they can't catch him and basically they had to like hunt him down or whatever. Sounds interesting. And they mentioned Operation Cinder, which why does that sound so familiar?
That was the operation set after Return of the Jedi because Palpatine failed. He activates Operation Cinder, which burns all the Empire. It's in the Battlefront 2 campaign. It's like everybody that has failed me shall basically burn.
In the synopsis for this book, it says Operation Cinder, the terrifying protocol of planetary extermination, which began in the twilight of the Imperial era, burns throughout the galaxy. So that's set kind of in the political backdrop of where things are at, which is very interesting.
That was in Shattered Empire too, wasn't it?
Shattered Empire was where it first came out, and then it was played alongside in Battlefront 2 at the beginning. That's where I
remember theorizing they were gonna use those same lasers in Rise of Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, nope, just miniguns.
Just miniguns.
Oh wait,
what?
March 2nd, 2021. Sorry, 2nd, I don't know. I said April.
That's a good release date for publication wise because we know in January we get Light of the Jedi from our boy
Charles Soule.
Charles Soule. Thank you very much. I was going to get there.
Is that your audio man? Or?
And
then Claudia is February.
I think Claudia is February, and then
early February.
We got an excerpt this week from Justina Ireland's book,
Light of the
Jedi.
Light of the Jedi.
Sure.
I just saw
the
this.
dark side.
And that's coming out like I think also like March, February, around that time.
Wait, or is it a Test of Courage?
Test of Courage. Yep, you're right.
Caravan of Courage.
This one comes out January 5th, 2021.
Oh, really? Test of Courage?
Yeah. So when does...
Whoa.
Hold up. Let me look at...
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm reading August 11th, 2020. I'm reading the article with the excerpt.
August 11th? Oh, that's an article. It's like, what's
article?
the...
Yeah. So, yeah, it says, coming January 5th, 2021, Ireland's A Test of Courage is one of the tentpole releases in Star Wars: The High Republic publishing era.
Okay, so when does... Charles Soule, Trial of the Jedi, or Light of the Jedi? January 5th.
Okay. And then Claudia Gray here.
So they're all coming on the same day then? That's weird.
I don't think Claudia's is that day. I swear Claudia's is. Where is this?
Claudia Gray, High Republic, right?
Oh, here we go. Revised release dates. Claudia Gray's young adult novel Star Wars: The High Republic Into the Dark has moved to the new release date of February 2nd, 2021. Okay, so we get the 2 books on January 5th. Then we'll get Claudia's book on February 2nd, and then a month later we'll get the conclusion to the Alphabet Squadron trilogy. So that's a packed 3 months of reading.
We still don't know when we're getting the Marvel comics for the High Republic too. That hasn't been
Right, and that's
on.
Kevin Scott's.
That's
at least
Kevin
one of
Scott.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was supposed to come out October. That still could come out October. Because right now,
do you think they would launch that as the first piece of content for High Republic?
You're right. Yeah, never mind then. So I guess it could come out early January. I guess early January.
I don't see why not.
Yep. Interesting.
Also, like in talk of publication, I was bringing up the whole Vader thing because I haven't read the new line of Vader comics yet, but I've seen some pages from previews that were just like really striking in concept to me.
Yeah, because he's teaming up with Sabe.
Yeah, which initially when she was introduced, like she had like a striking resemblance to Padme. I think.
Have you guys not read the Padme book?
The book, no.
Oh, you guys got to read the Padme book. I mean, if you're talking about Sabe, yeah. I mean, it's pretty
I've
good.
heard mixed things about it. I haven't. I'm looking at Queen Shadow right now.
It's worth the read. I'll say that. It's
There's
definitely
another
worth
Padme book coming out, right?
The sequel to
Queen's
this,
Peril.
right?
When's Queen's Peril? That's actually, is that out?
I think it is out.
Yeah, that's out.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that definitely came out.
Yeah.
It came out in like March 2020 or something, right
before the pandemic. Yep.
Yeah.
But I wanted to
The pandemic.
I wanted to talk about the like really cool setup they got because like they in like I think maybe not like the issue that just came out, but like maybe before. Like they travel to Naboo and like Vader's like approaching Padme's like actual casket, her grave, her tomb, and it's insane because like not only just like a bunch of handmaidens show because they're still protecting Padme, which is so beautiful, but like multiple people are saying like this is the set resting place in honor of both Padme and Anakin, which I was just like, oh my god, dude, like a legacy for Anakin like laid on Naboo is like so beautiful.
Jeez,
like that's so
holy
nice.
crap. Yeah,
and for Vader to hear that, like, oh my god.
Jeez, I have all the comics just sitting for me to read. I don't know what I'm freaking doing. Next podcast, guys, I will do a review of the current Darth Vader run because that sounds super intriguing. The people, what's the account? What the Force? I love their account. They do some great interviews there. They love this current run, so I'm really have to get into it because, like I was saying with the past couple of Darth Vader runs, I love it when it gets very introspective into Vader's head and Anakin's head and him struggling with his decisions. And it looks like he's going to be doing that on Naboo, so I can't wait to read it.
Dude, I love the whole exploration of like Vader's Padme obsession in different media, because also in the Vader Immortal VR series, like that's like the whole crux of his mission around his castle is he's trying
Speaking
to.
of that, Nathan, I think that comes out on PlayStation VR pretty soon here. Or at least I don't know if it's VR, a new I don't know if it's a new mission.
Oh, okay.
Or if it's the pre-existing one, because I remember they announced that they were doing another one, right? They were doing like
if not a new VR project, but
yeah. But I think they were continuing that. But I don't know if this is the first time that it's coming to PlayStation VR. I don't know if it was Oculus, but I mean that's cool because like you said, like the VR stuff and just exploring Vader from just different mediums, I think is super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that whole thing has just been super cool, like the exploration of Mustafar, because Mustafar used to look like how we saw in Rise of Skywalker is actually starting to heal by that point. Like it used to be a really beautiful planet before all the hellscape that came over.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wish we really saw that Rise of Skywalker, like the planet healing and all
Yeah.
that. Oh, man.
I mean, it was cool enough,
That's
like
so
just
cool.
seeing like the field and trees, but like,
Yeah. I'll never forget, like, watching it for the first time. I'm like, that looks exactly like Mustafar. And I'm like, is it
Right.
though? Like, I can't
in
really
orbit it
tell.
does, but then you're on the planet. It's like, where's
Yeah.
the lava?
Yeah, in orbit, I'm like, oh, Mustafar. But we get to it, I'm like, oh, it must be a new planet then. Never mind. But then it turns out to be Mustafar.
So one more like book thing that I just found. This was from July 31st. And I think we haven't talked about it yet. Is the Mandalorian original novel got pushed back from December 1st, 2020, all the way to fall 2021.
Wow, a whole year, like basically a whole year.
But yeah, but it's supposed to be, I believe, where is it? It's gonna be. What was it taking place in?
It's before season 1, right?
It's a prequel, right?
Yeah,
Except for the fact that the book takes
discussion.
place in the timeline of the show and its original story, and not an adaptation of the first or second season. So we don't know any
Right.
confirmation besides that.
Right,
Yeah.
because we were speculating on like what they could do, and I was like, please don't just be boring. Like,
Right? Yeah. And please just don't like add 2 sentences to what we already seen. Like,
oh, this is the way. Like,
the egg cracks and we see the.
we see the Phasma eye like,
Oh, God.
through the helmet.
Yeah, the adaptation is still coming out this year, but so the original novel
which
coming
is
out next year.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Whole
I'm
year.
very excited for that book, too.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely. So, yeah, it's about covers the basic broad canon news. With that being said, we are going to get into another fun discussion because we just lost our minds last week with the saber battles, which I actually wanted to. I held some polls on our account because it's a lot easier for people to just like click an answer than to share. So even though it was like low share,
Very good point. Yeah.
still got a lot of votes. So I wanted to like read through this, and I was like basically going off of the discussions we have. So I held like 4 polls. First off, with our in the realm of animated duels, I put up a few. So Savage and Maul versus Palpatine tied with Ahsoka versus Maul from Siege of Mandalore. Both only at 14% though.
Wow. Okay.
Next up was Ahsoka versus Vader for Twilight of the Apprentice at 29%.
Iconic.
And the winner took, and I was happy about this, was 43% was Obi-Wan versus Maul in Twin Sons.
Okay.
Wow, we know our audience then. Okay.
So good. I was really happy about that. In realm of the original trilogy,
Okay.
Obi-Wan versus Vader was 10%. Luke versus Vader Empire was 20%, and a resounding 70% was the rematch of Luke and Vader in Return of the Jedi.
70%.
70.
Jeez.
Um,
Okay.
In regards to the prequels, all tied for second place at 20% for each 3 were Yoda versus Dooku from Attack of the Clones. Probably.
Who voted for that one?
I don't know. Anakin versus Dooku for Revenge of the Sith,
Love it.
because I didn't bother putting up Obi-Wan versus Grievous because it's pretty short.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even a fight.
Yeah, and then Anakin versus Obi-Wan for Mustafar.
Tie
Those
for
are
second.
Yeah, and then winning in place for 40% was
Obviously.
Qui-Gon Obi-Wan versus Maul.
Okay, good. No, I forgot about that for a second. I'm like, wait.
Yeah,
where-
it's not one that it's
Yeah.
like, oh, like how did Anakin Obi-Wan live?
And the winner is Anakin versus Dooku in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, it's Anakin. Oh man.
Okay, awesome. Man.
This one's a little back and forth. God, I'm so sad I misspelled the planet. All right, in terms of the sequel trilogy, kind of a bummer. Only 5% for the Kijimi Star Destroyer dyad fight.
when
Just,
it's that switch.
yeah,
Mm.
from
Yeah.
the quarters to the ground.
That's pretty short.
21% voted for the Death Star 2 remains for Rise of Skywalker.
Mm.
35% voted Starkiller Base, and 40% taking the win was the duel on Crate between.
Nice.
And I was, dude, they were like Starkiller and Crate were both tied, and I was just like, come on, Crate crew, like
They're both
Hey, crew,
fantastic.
pull through.
Yeah.
They are for sure. But I was just like, please. And I'm so happy to say the winner is the duel that didn't have a single saber clash.
Just saber clashed.
Well,
Iconic. Wow. So those are some great polls. I totally forgot we did that. That's awesome, Nathan.
Yeah, so we'll likely do another one with today's topic, which should be fun.
Transition.
Yes, today we are discussing probably one of the greatest friendships in the known galaxy, Han Solo and Chewbacca, their best moments throughout their course of history. A lot of moments to pull. We got original trilogy, Force Awakens, and Solo to pull from.
Yeah, yes. And there's a lot. Like this is probably like the best partnership, not only in Star Wars, but like in movie history. Like this is some Tango and Cash. This is like some Rush Hour partnership. I love Donkey. But yeah, I love this duo so much. It's very hard to pick out a favorite. Do you guys have any off the top of your head right now?
Yes. I mean, instantly from Solo for me is the Chewie taking the co-pilot position during the Kessel Run.
Ooh,
John Powell's score kicking in.
Oh yeah. You got that
Yeah.
asteroid music going on. It's so good. And I love because it's not just like Chewie taking the seat. It's like their accomplishment of piling together where they're like dragging across the asteroid and like they're both trying to grip the steering.
Yeah, and he's just like
so cool.
He's like, open the inlets when I tell you.
Now.
So
yeah, that's when he first asked him, like, how old are you again?
190 years old?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh man. And Han like automatically is like, okay, I like this guy. Like, oh
yeah.
Oh man.
You know what? Yeah, I love all these moments in Solo. I think since we're already on a topic Solo, I think my favorite Solo moment is, the very end where it's the arm coming up. It's like I tweeted it.
Dang, I was going to say that too. Yeah.
Or the moment where he comes back for him when in the Kessel Run, or in the, not the Kessel Run, sorry, when they're robbing the
mines of Kessel.
The mines of Kessel.
Yeah.
And they go their separate ways. And then Chewie comes back. And then you see them kind of like, he says goodbye to the other Wookiees. And then I think he just starts like, oh, they like, he like gets them to like pick up the coaxium, and it's just, I just love the energy of like Chewie comes back, and then Han goes after the Lando. I just love the energy of that scene, and it's just like it's such like the Han and Chewie like chaoticness, like all in one scene.
Dude, they have so many great like little moments too, just like throughout Solo, where it's just like, what do you think? What do you know? Like stuff like that. It's so great. I love the
drink 2, see where it goes, and Chewie drinks 2.
Dude, it's so good. I love like when they're playing the second round Sabacc, and Han just like thinking over, shows Chewie his card, just like, oh god,
yeah,
I'm screwed.
Oh yeah, Chewie like puts his face down. He's like, oh no.
Like,
oh, it's a really good one too. Is when Beckett finally puts down the ship and he hits at Chewie. He's like, really good friends.
Dude, it's so good. I love, and it's like one of the semblance of fan service, but I think Alden had a great line to provide to it. It's just like when they're in the elevator and like they take out the guards and Chewie holds up 2 severed arms, and
like,
Han's just like, well, that outfit would have fit me perfectly, but all right. Like,
oh man, yeah. Solo has a lot of like good, quiet moments between them. Like Carson already mentioned, the putting his hand on his shoulder when he's seeing Kira leave is so sweet. It's so good.
Even their first meeting was pretty great.
I was about to say that too. Their first meeting, and like shortly after the first meeting, when they're looking at the horizon on Beckett's ship, and it's so good. It's just like, I think he asked him like, "What's your real name?" And then that's when he tells him like his
Chewbacca
name. He's like, "I'll just call you Chewie." And I'm like, "Oh man,
gonna need a nickname."
Yeah.
And it's great too because even just like that, like sweet lines like, "Then we're free." When's the last time you could say that? It's like, oh my god, because they were both essentially enslaved. So it's so good. Like their partnership together is fantastic, and I think it shines the best in Solo.
Definitely. But going back to original trilogy stuff, I was just trying to, look at it all in my head in like 5 seconds and kind of see which moments are my favorite.
These guys must really be desperate.
And I think the one that stands out the most to me is when they're reunited in Return of the Jedi, actually.
For the original trilogy, same for me. When he gives them the big old hug.
Yeah,
best. Yeah,
I love that moment. And I think that just like epitomizes their friendship and partnership just to that extent right there. That's
dude. It's so funny because I remember watching Stuckman's review for Jedi, and like I love when he does like the impressions of people in the movie, and he's just like, "All right, pal."
I'm all right.
But like I agree with that too. Like that's such a good stuff. He's just slicking his hair back, making sure he's okay. It's
oh yeah, he does. Oh, it's a really sweet moment. Oh,
even like similar. Like that's the second time they were captured because they were captured on Cloud City too.
I was right to say that
because I was mixing up those two scenes for a second because I was like thinking because then they're both just in the same room I think before they take Han away or whatever.
Yeah, I think Cloud City, they bring him back from after getting tortured, saying like,
"Yes,
you didn't even ask me any questions."
Yeah, and even like when Chewie was in there alone, he's just like hanging on the bars because there's just like a giant siren going, and he's just he just like takes a moment and just kind of like cries, man. It's sad.
When they're in the actual chamber and like Chewie's like desperate like roar to like. I can't remember. They like try to like touch Chewie or take Han away, and he just like does like this roar, and I'm just
they were gonna take Han away, and he throws a couple troopers, and even like Boba Fett was gonna shoot him, and Vader stopped him.
Yeah,
Han was like, "Calm down, buddy. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be
okay. The princess. You gotta take care of her now.
You gotta take care of her. Oh, jeez.
Just imagine that. Imagine that stemmed from Kira history, you know. Like,
I mean, that's my favorite. One of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars is the whole sequence with the inside the chamber before he about to get thrown into carbonite. Like he looks around at Leia, of course, but he also looks at Chewie and he's like take care of her, please. And then Chewie puts his head down. I'm like, oh my gosh.
PPO's just chilling on his back, like
Chewbacca, turn around, I can't see. It's like, shut up.
It's so sad, man. Yeah, it's one of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars. It's just so perfect.
So even like
I'm trying to think from A New Hope. Yeah, that I was trying to think. Like,
I think especially on the Death Star, they got some good banter. Just like Han wants to, or Luke wants to put binders on Chewie, and he freaks out. But Han's like, "Nah, it's all right. I'll see what you do."
Oh yeah,
I'll do it. Yeah.
Or just like I always quote this all the time. Just like, "Get in there, you big furry elf. I don't care what you smell."
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. That's a very funny sequence. They're all trying to get into the garbage compactor. Yeah, it's like just get in there.
So good. Yeah, a lot of great moments. I think in Return of the Jedi too. Just like keep your distance, Chewie, but don't look like you're trying to keep your distance. I don't know, fly casual.
Oh, of course, when they get stuck in the net. I love that. It's going on.
Great. Always thinking with your stomach. It's so good.
Oh man. Yeah, they have a lot of great buddy moments in the OT, like especially like in the Death Star, when they're all both trying to distract a lot of those stormtroopers towards the end of the Death Star sequence, and they go running out, and they're like, and then they turn right back around.
Yeah, or even just like Chewie's kind of afraid to go a certain way, and Han's like, and he fires a shot, and Leia's like, no, they'll hear. Like, you coward. Like,
yeah. God, and now
Chewie really is like a big dog in A New Hope.
It really is.
He really is.
George like named him after his dog or whatever. His inspiration from it came from
his dog Indiana. Yeah.
Yeah. So funny.
What does Leia call him in New Hope? Like your big furry carpet or something like that?
Yeah. Somebody get this walking carpet out of my life.
Carpet. Yeah.
No reward is worth this. Great stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? The Force Awakens moments too. We cannot forget those because
those are some great moments in that one.
I think like
Chewie, we're home, obviously, but I love the bowcaster moment, especially.
Yeah,
I
like it. There's two moments really, like when he after Chewie gets shot in the arm, like he uses it, and he's just like, wow, like and then like later Takodana, he's like, can I try that? Like he's the one for it, man.
Oh, and then we get the best joke of the movie. Like, that's not how the Force works. And then Chewie's like,
oh, really? You're cold?
Yeah.
Really? Another good one is when they're trying to escape the Rathars and the Guavian Death Gangs and stuff. And Rey's like, you need a co-pilot. And Han's like, I've got one. And Finn's back there.
He's back there.
And Finn's there with the bandage trying to get in. Chewie's just like yelling at him.
He's just choking Finn. Finn's like,
chokes him in a second.
Yeah.
It's too
man.
perfect.
You heard Chewie, you're gonna deal with me.
Oh, another good one is on Star Killer Base when they got the pack of bombs, and he's like, "All right, you're gonna go down there, and then you put the bombs out." He's like detonator. Don't forget.
Yeah. We'll meet back here. Sad.
Well, speaking of sad, unfortunately we gotta talk
No,
about
you're right.
when Han dies. Man, Chewie, it's a great Chewie moment.
It's so powerful when you hear Chewie's scream. Cause Finn and Rey scream too, but when Chewie just like lets out his belt, and
it's real then.
You do.
Yeah, it hurts so bad, and he fires at him. Metaphorical nephew, but it's intense, dude, and he's just like wasting no time to just fire at other troopers and stuff, and like even though Rey and Finn are still in there, he's like he doesn't care. He's just like
he goes
screw everything, detonator, like.
Yeah, he goes like on a killing spree too. Like he's shooting everything.
I call it the Chewie kill streak. It's literally like,
and then he just disappears until he comes back later with the Falcon for Rey and Finn,
which is another great moment. Yeah,
yes, that's a good Chewie individual moment too, and in the spirit of Han too, because it's the Falcon. It's like Rey looks up and she kind of half expects it to be Han, and then it cuts to Chewie, and it's like so bittersweet,
Because the Falcon has always been like that reassuring symbol throughout the entire like trilogy. Like even in A New Hope, like when the Falcon comes in at the last second, like here you go, kid. Yeah, it's all up to you.
Yeah.
Like we see that in The Force Awakens too, with just Chewie now, and he's just coming in to save the day, save his new best friends.
He does it again on Crate when he takes out 3 fighters in a row.
Yeah, with his best friend, the Porg.
Dude, I watched that in the Last Jedi trailer last night, and I'm just like, this is amazing.
Piece of chunk out of the sky.
All fighters.
Yeah,
I could quote all of Last Jedi, but
me too. Yeah. Speaking of Chewie alone moments, like the Chewie campfire with the Porgs, it's very funny.
Now we're just getting the Chewie moments, which is great too.
Chewie's reaction to "Where's Han" from Luke.
Oh. Yeah,
that's great.
My heart.
Chewie's reaction to Leia in The Rise of Skywalker when she's gone, like that hurts, dude. Because he just he lost everyone now. Now he collapses to the ground, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I knew that was going to be in there because JJ was so upset he couldn't get a Chewie hugging Leia moment in The Force Awakens. He had Leia hug Rey instead, which I also think is really perfect too.
I don't know, maybe he didn't want to be repetitive because they did hug in Force Awakens in the middle of it when they
in the middle again. Yeah.
But yeah, then they hug in Last Jedi, which is great, and I'll actually like give credit to the Rise of Skywalker Chewie because it is essentially a Han and Chewie moment when he gets Han's medal. It's not just like I never watched it as like, oh, the fan service Chewie gets a medal. I watch it as like this is a remembrance of his best friend.
Oh yeah, but definitely, yeah, and all the things Chewie has done throughout all of the trilogies, besides the prequel trilogy, of course. Yeah,
even though there was a novel that said he thought it was clunky and didn't like it because he did get one.
Yeah.
But also on the cover of Rise of Skywalker or the Skywalker Saga Lego, he has a medal.
Yeah, whenever I think of best partnerships, I think of like Luke and R2, but always Chewie and Han always have like that brotherly, but then like of course we get like the dog and his companion thing. I mean the person and his dog like companion thing, but it's just so great together. Like every scene, you just know you're gonna laugh.
Absolutely. They just have such a great partnership. I love in Empire when they're just like desperately trying to piece the Falcon together. Not just while they're trying to leave Echo Base, but like when they're stuck in space, constantly pursued, and they're just like, "What's happening?" Give me the hydro spanner and everything, and like the tools just like Chewie brings Han the tools, but they're like a little too far off the edge. So when they get shook, all the tools fall on Han. Ow!
Oh, and like when the general comes to Leia, it's like Solo and Skywalker are still out there. Like we have to shut the doors, and she's like, "Fine, shut the doors." And you hear Chewie just like, because he's so sad. Yeah,
and then it's so great after when I don't want to like keep mentally diving in Empire because I'm about to go see it again next week. But just when Luke is about to depart and like Chewie swoops him in for a big old hug before he leaves. It's so great. But yeah, man. So what would you guys like place out of all these as your definitive like top 4 for the core?
Top 4. So
Because
we have to,
actually, I'll assemble the poll right now.
okay, yeah. Like we have to choose. Solo is coming to mind a lot. Which one do we choose from Solo? Because the one that I love, like the one that Carson mentioned, the one where he puts his hand on his shoulder, such a very small moment. We gotta say the Falcon in the Kessel Run sequence.
Yeah,
the one that you guys mentioned.
That is
where the music comes in.
Moment, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I think the Return of the Jedi one has to make the cut. Is top 4, I would say.
Which one in Return of the Jedi?
When they get reunited.
Yeah. Okay, that's Return. That's Solo. Which one do we do for Empire?
I mean, we didn't even mention. I mean, I kind of mentioned Chewie, we're home, but it's kind of so surreal because it was so big on its own before it even became a moment, and so I hesitate to put it on the list only because I see it so ingrained as like the marketing for that movie. You know what I mean? Like it's like Chewie.
Yeah,
it's like a movie, but like.
Yeah, it's so meta, right? Because like beyond it being a Chewie and Han moment, it's like a big Star Wars moment.
Force Awakens ones in top 4? Would you say like the?
They have some great moments in that movie. Yeah, which one do we pick?
It's tough.
That's not how the Force works. It's a really good one. I love the bowcaster one, like both bowcaster moments.
Should we say? Should we say Chewie's reaction to Han's death? It's not really a moment, though.
Yeah, just why would you do this? Why is this here?
Yeah. We could say bowcaster moments, or
just say bowcaster moments,
but not true.
Oh, no.
Someone will reply with that, or we could let's put our top 3, and then let's put reply for the 4th option, and then have people put in anyone they want, and then if anyone gets a majority out of that, then you can just add it into the votes.
I'll just add it up later with calculations.
Yes,
because I like having there being like 4 definitive moments.
That's true.
I'm gonna tag Jonas.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Do it.
Imagine if he just quote tweets I personally like, and then everybody just swarms our poll oh god.
Make Solo 2 happen.
Right? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna play that Make Solo 2. That's important. All right, so
very important.
So I have the reunion at Jabba's palace in the Kessel Run.
Yes.
And I also have bowcaster moments.
God, what would be another? Should we put one from Empire?
Maybe discuss it for a minute.
Which one from Empire should we do? Like, there's one at the beginning where it's not really a Han and Chewie moment. They have a lot of the whole movie is them running away on the Falcon. And a lot of funny moments there.
I'm thinking of them running when they realize it's a creature, and then they're running back into the ship. What else though? I would have to put it in the in the carbonite room. I think.
Yeah, let's do that one.
I think
that's
it has
a great
to be
one.
that one.
Take care, everybody. Oh,
yeah, that's too hard hitting.
I'm getting chills looking at that. I gotta watch the movie next weekend now because you forced me to see the movie.
Okay, so I got Kessel Run, Carbonite Goodbye, Reunion at Jabba's Palace, and bowcaster moments.
Perfect.
Yeah.
From TFA.
Yeah, say from TFA. Yeah.
All right.
Man.
One that I wouldn't put on top 4, but I think is also good from Solo is their introduction. Actually, I think it's a lot of flack because Han just starts speaking Wookiee.
Sure, he will. Yeah.
Yeah, and but I love when they get out of the actual cage and they start running the other directions.
Yeah, yoink.
They're done right after that moment. They're just gone. And then it just pulls them back, and then they decided they had to go to the same place to get off.
It's a good meta moment too. It's you guys are always going to be together no matter what. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I hit the wrong button. I lost my whole tweet.
No.
It's okay. I can reassemble it.
Nathan be losing tweets and images lately.
Dude, I'm so sad.
But yeah, man, this is a great topic. There's so many great moments. I love these two together so much.
Yeah, and I hope that we continue to see more moments from them because
Most definitely.
yeah, and hopefully Disney Plus fashion make Solo 2 happen.
Would you guys put Han and Chewie meeting over the bowcaster moments, or
I wouldn't.
It's tough because I want to.
That's like my weakest part of their reunion in Solo. I think I like it, but I think every other moment in Solo is better than their reunion.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I'm the one with the phone.
I look at the tweet like, Nathan. Oh, man.
Does it? I'm trying to think if I have any outstanding ones that are just like popping up, but
not really.
Yeah, such a great duo, and I think like it just Star Wars would not be Star Wars without these two.
Not at all. Yeah.
It really made. I think it made made Harrison Ford the biggest movie star in the world. Is it's like talking about it. It's like it's crazy to talk about because like 30 years ago or 40, how many years it's been now. It's like he's going to talk to a, essentially a talking dog, and you're just like, oh my god, like it just works.
Yeah,
I'm crying.
him and while I'm blinking on it, Peter Mayhew's their chemistry is just fantastic on and off the camera back in the day.
Amazing,
man. I love seeing like the behind the scenes of their like scenes. It's so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like especially when they have like the script that Chewie would have, like of the the actual words that Chewie says.
Yeah. Love that stuff.
So cool.
The poll is live.
Sweet.
Heck yeah.
All right. Anything else, Nathan? Or we?
I think we got it, which is good because I'm gonna have to get ready for a separate live stream as I normally do. Always on the move. But starting the assemblance as well of like starting to take like the day after we finish the show when it's done processing, I download it and cut into bite-sized pieces for your individual viewership, which is fun. I already have all the My Cup of Tea clips from our last episode that I just got up.
Awesome.
So that'll be fun. If you're intrigued at any other form of talking of cinema that isn't just Star Wars, even though we tend to always slip Star Wars in there, you can go check us out on My Cup of Tea every Wednesday. But with that being said, that about concludes us here for our episode 30 spectacular with missing art piece of Hyperspace Hype, but is still a really fun time. And that being said, we're going to kick it off to our individuals here. And Carson, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at TheFilmCarson, and you can find me praising our new logo when it does come to fruition on our Twitter account and wherever else. On our show next week, obviously we'll have it up in the background. But yeah, and also make sure to check out the clips that Nathan's going to be uploading for our other show. That's probably going to give you a good taste if you like the other show or not. But we just love movies. We love Star Wars. We talk about it. It all just kind of blends into one, and that's why we have two shows now, and it's great. So I will catch you guys on one of those next week.
Evan, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at HarrisEV9. So yeah, like I was saying, next week when we do Hyperspace Hype, I really want to talk about the current Darth Vader run, and I'm gonna finally read the Dr. Aphra comics that I've been just too lazy to read. So yeah, I'll be talking about that, and always talking about Big Brother All-Stars on Twitter. That's most of my tweets these days. Like the live feeds are currently back, so I can't wait to go and watch them.
And as always, you can find me on various forms of social media and right here on my channel. Everything linked in the description below. And yeah, starting the new wave of the era of Hyperspace Hype with a brand new logo by episode 31. We'll just mark episodes 1 through 30 as the dark times before the Empire. Yeah, I was looking forward to it because it was done. It was all done. And I really like the assemblance of everything because we were all set in newly designed Hyperspace cockpit. All together. I was putting on shirt decals of different set logos. I drew out a customized like X-Wing zipping around a Rebellion logo on my shirt. Like things were all good. I was like, oh cool. I was like putting Kylo Ren on Evan's shirt or something. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And it just crashed. I'm like, no.
But
I still remember the layout of it, so I should be able to recreate it.
You'll be good.
Sad. No, it sucks because I have to like. I said drawing glasses is like the most annoying part, but
My bad.
no, it's my bad. I'm double the workload now, but it's fine. It'll be fun. I think it'll turn out really good. Initially, I was gonna set our own set companions with it, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room yet. So I'm probably gonna have like eventual further art, probably for like the main Twitter banner. I'll do that.
We're all gonna have character posters. Hyperspace
Character
posters.
That's so cool.
That'll be fun. It'd probably be better anyway if I actually like get with your guys' semblance of what you want on your shirts, so that'd be better. So Horizons, yeah. With that being said, if you did enjoy our episode 30 of Hyperspace Hype, let us know in the comments below. It's always fun when the news is more slow and we get to be more nerdy with existing content. So if you did enjoy that, hit the like button, subscribe if not already. And that being said, I hope you have a great day. May the force be with you always.